Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. It's not cute, not knowing. Let's get the hug. How was your weekend? My weekend was good. I made sticky ribs for the first time and I attended some community things. I've got so much to tell you. Are you ready? It's not cute, not knowing. Domestic violence charges have been dropped against Faith Evans. A couple of weeks ago, the singer was arrested for attacking her husband, producer Stevie J. He will not testify against his wife, so those charges have been dropped. The 22-year-old woman who stabbed Michael Jackson's niece on May 30th has been arrested in what they're calling a hate crime. Michael Jackson's niece was stabbed all in her face, all in her neck. The woman who did it, that they caught, she was 22 years old. They're saying it was a hate crime because she was throwing around the N-word. How about the Supreme Court? They have ruled that LGBT workers can be protected against job discrimination. This was great news coming down. There was some opposition. It was a 6-3 vote. Those who voted against it were Brett Kavanaugh, who shouldn't have been in there anyway, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito. Across the country, whether you're gay, whether you're transgendered, you're going to be protected from workplace discrimination. Gabrielle Union, she's going to be teaming up with Netflix for her next project, a movie called The Perfect Find, where she plays a beauty journalist who doesn't get along with her boss, but she becomes involved with her boss's son. Spike Lee. Anybody see The Five Bloods? A lot of you left comments that you liked it. He started the weekend so good. Started great. Then he started talking about Woody Allen. Spike, you may admire that man's work. Don't talk about it. He said, he talked about the cancel culture. He doesn't like the cancel culture. I know they get on your nerves. But Spike, there is no defending a man who they say molested his daughter and he married his stepdaughter. Now they're going to say, but he never adopted her. I don't care. That woman was Mia Farrow's daughter and you went and you married her. Spike, you may admire him. You may admire his maybe line of work. We know Woody Allen is an acclaimed director, but this was not the time. This is your moment, Spike. Got a great movie on Netflix, The Five Bloods. Don't give a person a stick to beat you over the head with. That's one of my little favorite sayings. Don't do it, Spike. This is your moment. You ain't got to talk about no Woody Allen. Now, he has apologized. He said he does not, condone that type of behavior, but people want to come after Spike anyway. Spike. They're moving movies around because of COVID. James Bond's No Time to Die is now coming out in November. Wonder Woman 1984 has been moved to October. The Matrix 2022. John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son, is starring in the Christopher Nolan thriller Tenet with Robert Pattinson. That's coming out the end of July. BET Awards celebrating their 20th anniversary. This is the year that the BET network turns 40. The 20th anniversary will be virtual because of COVID. But for the first time ever, it's going to air not only on BET and BET Her, but on the CBS network as well. Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Lil Nas X, and Lizzo are all leading. As soon as we find out the lifetime achievement and all that, and who's going to host this, we are going to let you know. Friday is Juneteenth, where slavery officially ended in the United States. Texas was the lone holdout. It was 1865. For those who say, that was so long ago. Not really. Okay, given my age. I was born in 1963. That means that 98 years before I was born, slavery was still going on in our country. Not that long ago, y'all. Not that long ago. Speaking of slavery, I've got news on Will Smith's new movie. Now, for those who are like, I'm tired of slave movies. I know. But this one, Antoine Fuqua, we know him from Training Day. He's done a lot of great movies. Last year, he was involved in that scandal. He's married to Layla Rashawn. He had an affair with Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, and Eddie Murphy's ex-wife was trying to be slick to put him on blast. That affair is over. He's back with his wife. He's going to be directing Will Smith in the motion picture Emancipation. It's a true story about a slave named Peter. Now, this was 1863. At one time, before he escaped, he was beaten so bad, he was just brutalized. The marks on his back were epic, and they were discovered when he escaped and he joined the army to fight the Confederates. They couldn't believe, how did you survive this? Back then, I guess way beginning early ages of photography, they took a picture that was sent around the world because people did not realize or understand the brutality of the way slaves were treated in the South. If people were wondering, why was there a civil war? Why was there this fight against the Confederate Army? This guy, Peter, it follows him on a 10-day journey where he ran barefoot through swamps, alligators, snakes, the dogs. He was not only fighting for freedom, he was fighting for his family. It's a true story. They're calling it a slave thriller, Emancipated. Will Smith is going to star. They say he's the perfect person to really pull this off because it's really going to be like thriller and action-packed. So for those of us, I know y'all saying, I'm tired, Patty, I'm tired. Thinks it's going to be a good role for Will Smith. Fighting for freedom, fighting for his family. They won't start filming until next year because of COVID. Will Smith still has to finish up King Richard, the story of Richard Williams, the father of the tennis greats William, Venus, and Serena. This feels like a whole history lesson that I'm explaining. He's still got to finish King Richard, and then they start filming Emancipation. That should be something. We have been talking about Anna Wintour, the head of Vogue magazine. She's 71. Andre Leon Talley, his book, The Chiffon Trenches, he's spilling the beans. Well, now other people are spilling the beans, and they're talking about supermodel Beverly Johnson. She made history as the first African-American woman on the cover of Vogue magazine. And they're saying during that period, Anna Wintour never spoke to her. Was icy towards her. They said, do you know Beverly Johnson? She would say, yup. I say yup all the time, but you don't do, you know. Everybody is talking. Now, this is my question, and a couple of you guys left these comments. They said, okay, Andre's spilling all this juice, but did he co-sign her ratchet behavior, which she apologized for last week, that she hasn't always been kind, you know, to people of color. Did you co-sign it? Was it okay until she dismissed you for being fat and old and out of touch? It's interesting. I think they want her out of Vogue, and she's 71, but they're sticking to the gun saying she ain't going nowhere. If she lasts the next 5 years, it's going to be interesting because she's 71. I'm just saying, just a lot of stories are coming out. Did I talk about the BET Awards? I didn't want to. Did I talk about BET? BET for the first time ever is going to be shown on CBS. If I did, I don't want to, I'm sorry if I'm repeating stories. It's their 20th anniversary. BET Network's 40th anniversary. But the BET Awards are 20th anniversary, Sunday, June 28th, for the first time. BET Her, and for the first time ever, CBS. Megan Thee Stallion, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, they're all leading the charge. Lizzo, Little Nas X. As soon as we find out who's getting the big awards, who's hosting, we're going to let you know, but it's all virtual because of COVID. Please forgive me if I'm repeating. Tiana Taylor, the singer, is coming out with a new album. She has the most incredible body. She's having baby number 2 with her husband, and she's the new spokesperson for MAC Cosmetics. Kanye West, he's putting his Yeezy trademark into the beauty world. Yes, beauty and skincare. They're saying Yeezy is going to get into makeup, nail polish, hair care, Wait, eyelashes, bath gels, moisturizers. Yeezy is moving in his Yeezy trademark as he enters the world of beauty. That should be very, very interesting. How soon will sports come back, y'all? Real quick. There are some NBA players who saying they don't want to resume play in a shortened season. They're being vocal because of the times that we're living in, that we need to deal with this now. I'm hearing several NFL players, Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, they got COVID. They got COVID. Players on the Houston Texans, they just opened the training facilities. Will this delay the NFL season? I'm hearing down in Texas, they are having some problems down there with the COVID and opening up. This virus is still here, y'all. It is still here. Life may be going and you're seeing protests and you're seeing people and they're walking around with no mask, but this virus, it is still here. It is still here. Let's not act like this COVID is going anywhere soon. Whew. I couldn't wait to get to y'all today. I woke up, I said, there's so much going on. Have a great one, everybody. Leave a comment, tell a friend, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Yes, I do, and you know that I've seen it if I've given you the heart. So thank you so much for being a part of the conversation, because we really, really appreciate it. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and this is where you can find us for pop culture news and entertainment. Have a great afternoon.